Alright everyone, welcome back. This is A Programmer Plays Hollow Knight, Steel Soul mode. For anyone who's not familiar, Steel Soul mode is the permadeath mode of Hollow Knight, where if you die, that's it. The game save file locks itself down and you cannot progress in that save file any further. You have to just start again from scratch. We're pretty deep in. We've recorded 3 episodes so far and have gotten a few of the major abilities. We're planning now to go to Crystal Peak and get one of the last major mobility abilities. That feels weird. But yeah, so hope you all enjoy, and let's just play. I've changed shirts. I can't change shirts. I've got my night shirt on. Mobilabilities. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Mobilabilities. Or if you're Canadian, mobile abilities. I'll be honest, I don't actually get the guess lotto numbers. Is that a movie reference? I have Taco Bell, so all's well. Hell yeah. I don't eat much Taco Bell, mostly because when I do, I'm just still hungry. I can put away $40 of Taco Bell and be like, well, that was delicious, but I could go for more. And that's a problem. I do not have $40 for a single kind of budget to work with. All right. $40 on Taco Bell, you only buy one combo. That'll be 2.5 Burritos Locos tacos, $40. So here we are in Crystal Peak. Crystal Peak is a lovely little area that, unfortunately, quite dangerous. A lot more dangerous than it looks. Like, you see pink crystals and you're like, oh, this is nice. I love this. And then the machinery shows up. And then the lasers. And you're like, oh, maybe this place sucks. It's got some fun stuff. These enemies are invulnerable depending on which side you attack them from. Enemies throw things at you. There's stuff on the walls that like drags you upwards. Cool conveyor belt and stuff. So, fun area. It's just I have died in this area kind of disproportionately many times. Here we'll do a little bit of this. This. Gotta save that grub. I love the grubs. Could never do Steel Soul mode. I died so many times on my playing Hollow Knight. I think the Steel Soul is very hard. Don't get me wrong. First time you beat Steel Soul, you just like feel like you ran a marathon. You're just like, holy shit. But it's not nearly as hard as you might think. The first time you're playing Hollow Knight, you're meeting things for the first time. You're learning patterns. You're establishing expectations and like not knowing like, oh, there was a move, there was a charm that would have made that way easier. The second time through Hollow Knight, totally different experience. Just because like you know what's coming, like you've got some experience under your belt and you know just better at the game. But like second time around, you know, hey, I can kill those guys with a spell. Whereas the first time, maybe you walk in this room and get your butt punched in. I don't know. So this is a fun thing. That guy was just mining on that wall. And it's because it's a destructible wall. Hey, mailbox, welcome back. Oh. Do not have enough soul to really be killing as many of those guys as I want to be killing, but that's okay. Ready to take notes? Hell yeah. Did you ever finish your playthrough of Hollow Knight, mailbox? Come to scale the mountain. I've heard the tale of a summit way up there. Too far from me, though, and I'm not really one for heights. Leave the Colosseum alone? But the Colosseum's so fun. But here's the fun thing about these guys. So they throw things at you, and you can just throw them back. Or at other people. That's fine, too. Alright. Grab this. This will open up more stuff for us to buy from Sly. And now, let's assault a homeless man. Hey, wake up. That's not a strong start. Easy peasy. We'll fight him again later. Yeah, the Crystal Guardian is a fun fight. I've seen some wild strategies that people have used for fighting Crystal Guardian. Let's do. So, like, I've seen some, like, really, like, unhinged, like, oh yeah, you wall jump to avoid him and that, like, that stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know about this, guys. This feels like kind of the wrong way. The trick, in my opinion, to Crystal Guardian is just like, hey, he only shoots in one direction at a time. Just get behind him. Alright, so I have old man reflexes and even worse timing, so this might be painful for some of you to watch. Also, it's very loud. I understand if you need to look away. Never mind, we nailed that in one. And I love that when we switch that lever, the whole machine turns off and it's fully quiet. Good stuff. Oh man, got speed. He does not. Man, I went for a run last week and ooh, that was a sobering experience. I used to be not fast, but like decent speed and like good endurance. I used to run cross country, and now I'm like, oh no, I am very out of shape. Now, that is no surprise. It's been like 20 years, so of course I'm out of shape, but still. No! I tried to jump and dash, and it did not work out. Okay. Okay. Super forgiving hitbox there with that little sliver of space right here. Alright. But we came over here for a reason, and the reason is you. Our favorite little grubs. Last time I went for a run, I sprained my elbows? How? In my mind, I'm running normally, but I must have been flinging my arms around. I have many questions. Ooh. Oh, blessed silence. I do kind of... Look, I understand that PE teachers in, like, middle school and stuff are... They're doing the best with what they've got, and what they've got is basically nothing. Physical education in the United States is in rough shape. They do not get sufficient budget or sufficient anything to really be able to succeed. But I really wish that more PE teachers in middle school would teach kids about what proper running form looks like, because it makes such a difference. When you are like doing weird things with your arms, you end up like wasting a lot of energy, and running is so much more miserable than it needs to be. Like, the limiting factor of your running should be your lungs and your heart. It should not be, hey, you're spending like 30% of your total energy on your arms doing weird shit. Anyhow, back to the game. Quite a view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through those shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating, if not for your small stature. Doing it with a friend, and at no point did he make my arm. Apologies. No, trust me, I'm enjoying having chat around and getting distracted. Oh. Did it sadden you to see those miners below, still laboring at their endless task? Even overcome, strong purpose has been imprinted upon their husks. The crystal ore is said to contain a sort of energy, not as powerful as the soul that city dwellers harnessed, but far less lethal. Strange. No such ancient facts. I wonder where my knowledge comes. I just didn't have a good way of bridging from talking about elbows to talking about souls. Here's another skip in this game. We need the double jump in order to get up there, but we could, if we wanted to, bounce off of his projectiles to get there. We're not going to. We don't need to be up there. But that is a skip if someone wanted to do so. And here is a sneaky little bit of constructible ground. Go up a little bit. Grab rancid egg. So in the main game, rancid eggs can be traded to Confessor G in order to acquire your Geo back without going and killing your Shade. There's no point in that in the main game. So what they've done is where Confessor GG was, there is now an NPC that will instead buy those eggs from you for cash. Alright, time for a platforming challenge. If you listen, you'll actually hear that the music of the game is going to shift in here. So most of the time, it's fairly tranquil. But now, underneath that, there's the drums. Dum 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 dum. Just, I don't know. I think it's cool that I mistimed that entirely. And now we get a little bit of bass on there. I think it's cool that they tweak the music depending on context to better convey the emotion that should be happening. Oh dear. Dangerous, dangerous. Work while I devour chips and salsa. Ooh, that sounds good. thought I could squeeze through. Alright, there we go. Lore question, sure, hit me up. Crystal Heart. Hold left trigger while on the ground or clinging to a wall to concentrate the force. Release the button to blast forwards and fly through the air. And yes, that is unlimited. We can just do it forever. I like their little horns like tilt backwards. I don't know that that's like, if that's just a stylistic choice or if like it means that our helmet is kind of like flexible. The crystals were supposed to be a power source for the kingdom, but they contain a small amount of soul or something. So I think that the answer to the question is no. It's an entirely separate kind of energy. I think. There's some dialogue which talks about it, not very much. There's also, you can sort of indirectly assume that because every time we smash crystals, we don't get any soul from it. We only get soul from smashing dudes in faces. And the soul totem. Oh, come on. Alright, there was a better way to get here, but that's fine. Got there in the end. Little platformy challenge here. More of a timing challenge than anything else. Easy. Now that said, there is something to be said, like, focus here, like, obviously a crystal theme, and it has to do with healing, so maybe there is a connection there. That's a pretty weak argument, in my opinion, but I've seen people make far more tenuous arguments. The Hollow Knight community. Flying. I appreciate that we just continue to fly from one room to the next. Just cool. Alright. And now for some grub fun. No, get out of here. So at this point, the game has very effectively trained you. Oh, I hear the grub sound. I see the grub in the jar. I release the grub. But this is a cruel trick. For a lot of players, this will be their first mimic that they encounter. And oh my goodness, I've seen quite a few people cry at this moment. It is so upsetting the first time it happens. We forget a birthday on this day. I hope not. I didn't. Did you? Okay, of all days. Alright, so we got 2,000. Could be able
Oh, whoopa.
to get some stuff from Sly. Never forgot.
Patamas, Jill.
Alright, so. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get this, because that'll get us our first vessel upgrade. Boom.
Patamas, Jill.
And get this. That for spell upgrades later. This is worth it. It might be. It'll eventually be worth it. I don't know that it's worth it right now. Well, yes. We'll hold off for now. Instead, grab this.
Patamas, Jill.
Can't afford that or that. Okay, so I guess really need either of these. Go ahead and grab this. Go ahead and grab this. We'll all of these. You know what? We'll also go ahead and invest.
Bafanada.
Bafanada. Oh, pretty well charmed. Sit. Honestly, best way to get to where we need to go next. I just ride this back on up. Straight back through the place we just went. Little bit of, maybe a little inoptimal, but whatever, it's fine. Damage left and right. And I really need to. Yeah, I don't need to here that I can think of. Go over there, but first, go over here. If I remember correctly, there is an over here. Grab, yeah. Egg. And I did that earlier, but I didn't mention it. The little flippy platforms, you can toggle off them, force them to reset back to the normal position. It's nice. As you just saw, you can knock those projectiles back if you're quick enough. I am not good at it. Right. Let's do this. Maybe a bad call, but doing it anyways. See why this is maybe a bad call. This place is spiky and dangerous. Oh, it's really easy to get yourself in trouble in here. There we go. Didn't do that jump right. What's up, bud? Alright, that went well. I mean, it didn't. I made a dog's breakfast out of that, but... Huzzah! We consumed the descending dark. Tap B while holding down to strike the earth with a burst of power. Spells will deplete soul, replenish soul by striking enemies. So yeah, this is a straight damage up increase to our existing descending dark spell. So good stuff. Go ahead and heal, not that we really need to, because we're going somewhere that's reasonably safe. Down in here. Time for plot. Protect the vessel. The dreamers lay sleeping. Monoman, the in her archive, surrounded by fog and mist. Lurian, the watcher, in his spire, looking over the city. Hera, the beast, in her den, amidst the deep darkness. Through their devotion, Hallownest lasts eternal. Dreamer location added to map. Go no further, little shadow. What compels its climb out of the darkness? What compels its return to this sacred kingdom? A call from beyond the seal. By the vessel, or by that captive light? Seals break, cannot be undone. But the vessel weakens, that plague springs anew. They must be undone. Yet still, our seals remain. Our duty holds. It must be cast away. Our duty holds. Shall be done. I love that they have different, they're different notes for them coming. Fade away, little shadow. Fade away. Let us sleep. Help! This area, at least for me, this is probably the clearest that you can see glow that surrounds the night. Like, really see the circle of illumination that we cast on the environment around us. Be interested to know. I'm betting that the physics objects for those platforms are just always there. It's just the graphics, the animation of the platform forming and unforming. Because you can't get close enough to them, you can't beat them existing. I guess is what I'm saying. Good. They said return. Yeah. There's some juicy lore deets in that. And the question of, was it the vessel? Was it the Hollow Knight beckoning us back into the kingdom? Was it that captive light? Was it the radiance trying to get us back, trying to get us to free the Hollow Knight? Fun questions. They don't know. What a terrible fate they visited upon you. Cast you away into this space between body and soul. Will you accept their judgment and fade slowly away? Or will you take the weapon before you and cut your way out of this sad, forgotten dream? This is so hype. Like, get the dream nail and you're like, what the fuck is happening in this game? This is amazing. Hold Y to charge and slash with the nail. Cut through the veil between dreams. And then we meet Seer, who in person sounds very different than her dream profile. Catfished. Ah, you've returned. Welcome back to the waking world. Those figures, the dreamers, they reached out with what little power they still have and dragged you into that hidden place. With that talisman you now wield, the dream nail, it can cut through the veil that separates the waking world from our dreams. When the dreamers themselves cannot hide from such a weapon. Though I must admit that Sacred Blade has dulled over time. So perhaps, together perhaps, we can restore its power, if only to bring me essence. Essence, the precious fragments of light that dreams are made of. Collect it whenever you find it, and bring it to me. Once we have enough, we can work wonders together. Go out in the world, wielder, hunt down the essence that lingers there. Collect 100 essence and return to me. I will teach you more. Okay, this is one of my biggest complaints in this game. I don't like that we can directly see and reference the numbers of essence. I think it would have been more effective if essence was like, hey, forge me a link of essence. Make me a circle of essence, a prayer stone of essence. And hey, you're 1% of the way there every time you do this. Under the hood, same numbers. Hey, bring me 1 unit and you'll get it. But when they say 100 units of it, like, I don't know, it just, to me, it kind of shatters the mystique of it. Like, it makes the video gaminess of it too apparent. Alright, there we go. So, now, done that little tree. Hop in here and grab this. Smash through that. Clear out this little area. I love that it's secrets on secrets on secrets. See me trying to bait that guy out and just not succeeding. Sure. And yes, I'm deliberately choosing not to go talk to the Grey Mourner yet. We'll come to her later. taking that elevator soon enough. Don't you worry, babies. Pop that open. Opposite's open. Over there. I don't. The Blue Lake we're left that I think I'm gonna ignore for now. Up there. Those who try to leave this kingdom are cursed. Better to rest here until time itself sleeps. Hope and freedom. I thought that strength alone could grant me these things. In my dreams I would cut that plague with my nails, and then I turned my weapons upon the king. When I awoke in this sacred place, I began to understand. Those who hope are already doomed. You still hope, wanderer. Will you be, or will you raise your weapon and doom us both? Hey, come here. Ah, shit. Just a hair too high. There we go. Not hitless, but that's fine. Ah, I see now. Those who turn against the king are doomed as soon as they raise their weapon. Do not call me a traitor. Simply call me a fool. I know you will not flee. Wherever you go, I will be watching. Alright. That's that. Oh. Here, this up. Dear, I got your 100 essence. A wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. You've already collected 100 essence. Quick work. Things come naturally to you, don't they? No wonder the dreamers tried to bury you in that old dream. Perhaps you frightened them, or perhaps, being prisoners themselves, desired your company. In any case, you still have a long way to go. Take a little trinket as encouragement from me, and return when you have collected 200 essence. Right, decision. You need to kill dreamers, or the dream warriors. Many stag stations have been opened. Again, I travel the breadth of the kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere amongst the lines lies the stag nest, the place where I was born and raised. I thought its location lost to my failing mind, but now I can almost remember the path. Keep opening stag stations and beckoning me to them. Perhaps I'll again find that nest. Ah, I would like that very much. Alright, let's go fight... I'm tempted to go fight Elder Who. Yeah, let's do... I'm also tempted to go fight... Come on, brain. Gorb. But Gorb's a little bit more out of the way. spicy in here. You know, Wanderer's Journal. That's right. It is kind of funny running through here and realizing that there's rooms that I just like legitimately don't have a reason to go through this playthrough. It feels weird. Alright. Time for a who down. Wait, child, why have you come here? Have you come to tame this savage, ruined land? Many have come to purify this place, but all who dwell here are eventually consumed. Yes, even the wild bugs lurking below us. They were once proud like you, but now they are only monsters. Beware dreams of glory, child. Turn back and do not return. It's time for that. And again. There we go. Good. Kind of surprisingly many hits on me there. My timing on the down smash attack was bad. My mind, it clears. Have we been sleeping, child? Ah, I remember. Those proud lords. Were they truly monsters? I remember their eyes now, bright, clear. Why then did I fear them so? There was madness in that village. It was I who brought it. They were right to cast me out. When I attacked, they were right to kill. And thus in Tale of Elder Who. That was... Mistakes were made. By me. Alright, let's, Yeah, I did. Let's, we're gonna drop down and drop back into the sewers, I'm thinking. Man, it's so freaking cool. They've got enemies who become not enemies. Like, it's just such a cool tale. And it really reframes the whole experience. Like, it adds depth, not just to the mantises, but kind of like makes you ask, like, is there depth to some of these other enemies that I'm just not cognizant of because we immediately fight each other to the death, you know? Alright, let's do actually kind of on the fence about it, but let's see if we can't, take out Flukemarm. Oh, alright. Flukemarm o'clock. Wish me luck, chat. That went pretty well. Not perfect. I did take a hit. But, yeah, first try. Alright. Could go over Godseeker area over here. But I kind of want to go get acid immunity first. So let's do that. Come on. First try. They're all first tries in Steel Soul mode. No! Whee! I do enjoy how a lot of people, by the time they get to here, they've learned to recognize, like, oh, this is a big open room. Let me look at the doorways, and yep, there's some little spikes in the doorway. I am about to get ambushed. Like, a lot of people grok. As soon as they see that room, they're like, cool, I'm gonna get attacked in here. And that's just good, like, design communication. Consistent design. Like, here, acid shall be repelled. Swim in acidic waters without coming to any harm. Right. This lets us get to the archive. Yeah, there's nothing up there that we need. Right. Talk to... Yeah? Definitely not doing something naughty.
Ooh. Pantera.
Ah, what a surprise. Not often I receive visitors. It's been long. Ages. I hope my manners haven't left me. You've no doubt sensed my affluence. You're right to guess I'm renowned amongst the upper caste of Hellenist. Well, I was. Once. Until those cretins cast me out. Have you met them, my former fellows? That's them outside, their bodies shambling around, all mindless and empty. And I'm still alive to witness their pathetic demise. I'm just so happy. Fate be a wonderful thing. The militia and several of the others raise such, like, interesting questions with, like... It seems like there's no upper limit to how old the bugs can get. Alright. Edge. Making headway. Making pretty solid headway. Grab this. Next time we go to visit Relic Seeker Lem, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to hand off to him. What's up, Cornifer? Isn't this a cozy hole? I've been venturing about that wilderness beside here. Thought a moment's break was well called for. The landscape's all rather serene this side of the city, though the inhabitants are as ferocious as ever. Right. Okay, so good thing we got that acid ability. Surprised. I feel like a lot of people dislike the hoppers, and that comes as a surprise to me. What's up, Norm? How's it going? Thanks for raiding in. Better late than never? Yeah, absolutely. One could say that I've just been normed. Oh, thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. How's your day going? Your wife's birthday today as well? Nice. Twinsies. Tell her happy birthday from another November 11 baby. Miscounted how many times I'd hit him. Steel Soul mode is permadeath mode, so if I die, then the save file will lock itself, and I have to just start completely over. So, one death. In some ways, that's very, like, start the full game over. Like, you're done. That entire save file locks itself, and finito. Start over from the very beginning. How did you find me? Down here where the world ends. Yes, I know why you're here. You came to learn the nail art from the legendary Nail Master Oro. It is the law of the great nail sage that I must pass down my teachings to those who are truly worthy, but no law forbids me from exacting a payment for my time. Truly wish to train under me. Prove it. Geo. So, like, in some ways, like, it's terrifying to play Steel Soul, because every fight that you get into could get you killed. At best, you've got, like, usually about, like, 5 to 10 hit points most of the game. But also, it's kind of freeing, because there's a lot of mechanics and aspects of the game that just don't matter. If any death is your final death, then screw it. Go for it. Yeet. YOLO. Master of the dash / hold X to concentrate energy in the nail. Release the button while dashing to perform the dash /. I must say, you are an excellent pupil. Your skill with the nail and your thirst to become stronger remind me of my brothers. I've taught you all I can. Go back into the world, traveler, and leave me to my solitude.
Bam. Finnen.
Bum. Fine. Now, and we leave. Someone who hates backtrack though, so having to start all over would hurt me. Heart rate, yeah. This is a game that you'll be backtracking a lot anyways, just the nature of the game. So it's not for everyone, and that's fine. Like, this is a challenge mode. It's intended for people who probably know the game a little too well. Read me like a book. Close right there. Oh, I missed. some reason I thought that this was going to be tighter on the soul front, but we were fine. Alright. There we go. Big money. That secret down. Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, down here, it's off the map little spot. Make this where we wrap this particular YouTube video up. YouTube, as always, thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. I will see you on the next one. Bye!